Imagine a room with no windows and no clocks, a place where time stretches and compresses, governed only by the rhythmic chime of a machine or the spinning of a digital wheel. You've been here before, perhaps not physically, but mentally. You know the feeling of the loss loop, that strange, almost hypnotic state where the value of money vanishes and all that remains is the desperate, burning need to get back to even. If you are watching this, it's because the game has stopped being a game. It has become a cage. You feel like a spectator in your own life, watching your hands click bet, watching your bank account drain, while a voice in the back of your head screams for you to stop. Why is it so hard? Why does logic fail us the moment we see the flash of a big win animation? Today, we aren't just going to talk about quitting. We are going to deconstruct the prison. We are going to look at the neurobiology of the dopamine trap, the Stoic philosophy of the dichotomy of control, and the Jungian concept of the shadow to understand why you gamble and how to finally walk away. To defeat the enemy, you must understand the weapon it uses against you. That weapon is your own brain. Most people think gambling is about money. It isn't. Gambling is about anticipation. In your brain, there is a chemical messenger called dopamine. Evolution designed it to reward us for finding food or solving problems. But gambling hijacks this system using something called variable ratio reinforcement. Think about it. If a slot machine paid out every single time, it would be a job. It would be boring. If it never paid out, you would quit. But because it pays out unpredictably, your brain stays in a state of permanent high alert. The near miss, that moment where the symbol is just 1 inch away from the jackpot, is the most dangerous part. Your brain doesn't see a near miss as a loss, it sees it as a nearly won. It releases almost as much dopamine as a win, tricking you into thinking that the next spin is due. This is what psychologists call the illusion of control. You start to believe that your feeling, your system, or your streak matters. But in the cold world of mathematics, the machine has no memory. The wheel does not know you lost the last 10 rounds. It does not care about your debt. When you gamble, you are not fighting a game of chance. You are fighting a multi-billion-dollar industry designed by neuroscientists to keep you in a trance state. They use specific colors, specific sounds, and losses disguised as wins to keep your prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain that handles logic, completely offline. You aren't weak. You are being outgunned by an algorithm. To win, you must stop playing its game.
Let's look at this through the lens of the great Stoics: Epictetus, Marcus Aurelius, Seneca. They lived in a world of chaos, but they taught us how to build an inner citadel. The core of Stoicism is the dichotomy of control. Epictetus said, "Some things are up to us, and some things are not up to us." The outcome of the bet, the movement of the stock price, the card the dealer flips, these are not up to you. They are externals. They are indifferent. Yet the gambler suffers because they tie their happiness, their self-worth, and their peace of mind to an external outcome they cannot control. When you lose, you feel a sunk cost fallacy. You think, "I have put so much in, I must get it back." The Stoic answer is simple but brutal. That money is gone. It no longer exists in your sphere of influence. Trying to chase it is like trying to catch the wind. You are throwing good life after bad money. When you lose, you feel a sunk cost fallacy. You think, "I have put so much in, I must get it back." The Stoic answer is simple but brutal. That money is gone. It no longer exists in your sphere of influence. Trying to chase it is like trying to catch the wind. You are throwing good life after bad money. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." The strength he speaks of is the ability to sit with the discomfort of a loss without reacting to it. When the urge to gamble hits, that is a propathei, an initial involuntary emotion. You cannot stop the urge from appearing, but you can stop yourself from giving it assent. You can look at the urge and say, "You are just a feeling. You are not my master." You are not your bank account. You are not your debts. You are the captain of your soul, and right now your ship is heading for the rocks because you have let chance take the wheel. It is time to take it back.
Carl Jung, the father of analytical psychology, believed that we all have a shadow. This is the part of ourselves we hide, the unfulfilled desires, the pain, and the boredom. Ask yourself this question, and be honest. What does the gamble give you that your life does not? For some, it is an escape from a job they hate. For others, it is a way to feel powerful in a world where they feel small. For many, it is simply a way to kill the silence of a lonely room. If you gamble to fix your life, you are using a poison as a medicine. Jung said, "Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life, and you will call it fate." Your fate is not being a gambler. Your fate is a series of choices made by a part of you that is trying to solve a deeper problem. Are you lonely? Are you bored? Are you afraid of failure? The big win is a fantasy of instant transformation. It's the idea that all your problems will vanish if you just hit that one number. But even if you won, the shadow would remain. The void inside you cannot be filled with currency. It can only be filled with purpose. To quit, you must find a better way to satisfy the shadow. You need a positive obsession. You need to build something, learn something, or help someone. You need to replace the fake risk of gambling with the real risk of growing as a human being. Philosophy is the foundation, but you need walls to keep the rain out. Here is how we build the walls. First, friction. Willpower is a finite resource. Do not rely on it. You must make it impossible to gamble. Delete the apps, block the websites. Use software like Gambin or BetBlocker. If you gamble at a physical location, self-exclude today. Do not wait until tomorrow. Tomorrow is a liar. Second, financial safeguards. Hand over your finances to someone you trust for 90 days. If you cannot access the money, you cannot lose the money. This is not childish. It is a tactical retreat. It gives your brain time to reset its dopamine levels. Third, the 15-minute rule. When the urge hits, it feels like it will last forever. It won't. It is a wave. Tell yourself, "I will not gamble for the next 15 minutes. Walk away, wash your face, call a friend. By the time the 15 minutes are up, the peak of the wave will have passed." Fourth, reframe the loss. Stop calling it debt. Call it the price of my tuition. You paid a high price to learn a hard lesson about yourself. Now that the lesson is learned, stop paying the school. Quitting is not about losing the excitement of the game. It is about gaining the excitement of a real life. There will be days when it is hard. There will be days when the loss loop tries to pull you back in. In those moments, remember the Stoics. Remember that your character is the only thing that truly belongs to you. You are not a gambler. You are a person who used to gamble and who is now choosing a different path. Look at your hands. They are no longer clicking buttons or holding cards. They are yours again. Use them to build something that lasts. Use them to help someone else who is still trapped in the room with no windows. The game is over, and for the first time, you have actually won. If this perspective helped you, consider subscribing to our journey through the human mind. Until next time, stay focused and stay sovereign.